Hey, what's up everybody? Shannon from Warthog Overland, and this is the L1 series diesel heater from H-Calorie. This is new for this year. They do have a bunch of other models. They have the toolbox model. This is a, I don't know, I guess you can call it a PC tower version. It is pretty thin, but this one's pretty cool. What they have changed. This now comes with a Bluetooth app, and there is an auto feature. I have to look into how they use this auto feature, but for those of you that use a diesel heater in a rooftop tent, I'm sure you know where I'm coming from. When you turn it on, you get all set up, everything's great. You fall asleep, you wake up 2 hours later, and your tent is 88 degrees. So, I'm excited about this auto feature. If it doesn't work, there's always the Bluetooth app, and it does have timers in it. So what they have changed on this, they have moved around some stuff. I noticed when I was putting this together, the exhaust port, they actually give you a really good L bracket. And I believe this has the quieter fuel pump in it. So I was too excited I didn't want to do an unboxing and film putting it all together. So this is it together. Took me less than 5 minutes. Now putting this together, I do have another diesel heater that I've used and put together. I can say this thing is really, really nice with this elbow that comes out and it goes right up against the framing. And then the intake tube does go through. But a lot of the diesel heaters, just this flex pipe will mount to the bottom, and then you have to bend it, and you can never get a good 90, and you end up having to put blocks on it so the exhaust is not resting on the ground or whatever you have it set up on. Comes with a really thick owner's manual. So let's get this thing fired up and see how it does. All right, so there's fuel in this thing. Let's turn this on. Actually, we're going to use the app. It's making noises. So this is running off of a WattFun 500, currently sucking 103 watts right now on startup. This is its first startup, so it is recommended to let this thing run and burn off all the manufacturing gook that's in there. Because I do know these diesel heaters really stink on first startup. And actually, I'm starting to smell it right now. There's the fuel pump. Guess I should get closer to that, maybe. This is a little louder than my cheaper one, but we'll find out. Interesting thing is, I don't know if it's because I used the Bluetooth app, but the time is correct on that bad boy. Hopefully my camera picks that up. That screen really throws off some reflections. So this is just the hose that comes with it. For a garage, it works perfect because if you're just gonna set this out by the door so you can exhaust outside. I know I do have the exhaust exposed right now, but I am pretty well ventilated, so no dying today for me. That is the intake, and it's really nice because it's very accessible with these latches. A lot of them are screwed together, so getting in there and doing some mods or maintenance, you have to unscrew the whole thing, but it's real easy with the latches. Just unlatch them and the whole top comes off. We're starting to get heat. There's some of that nasty exhaust, if you can see that through the camera. So it's more of a clunk, clunk, clunk instead of a tick, tick, tick. But we'll see if the blower overpowers it. I'll get my mic closer to this. actually not that bad. Talk about a smoke show. I don't know if you guys see all that back there, but initial startup. That's why you want to let these things run for about 5-10 minutes before you just break it open and go camping with it. I'm going to open the garage because my ventilation isn't this good. Okay, so it is more of a clunk, and the actual blower motor is muting the fuel pump sound, which is kind of nice. All right, so I know it's pretty popular to do a video with temperature, so it is 52 degrees out, which I doubt that. It feels colder. And currently we got 162 degrees coming out of there. It's getting actually hotter. Now we're at 166. Yeah, that'll heat up a tent. So, for the Bluetooth app, I am pretty excited about this. So in your settings, you can change it from Celsius to Fahrenheit, which is awesome. Well, for those of us that use Fahrenheit, it is awesome. Language, custom time to turn on and off. Let's see here. Look at that. So let's say we're at 11 o'clock now. So confirm, and then end time. Let's do 11:10. Confirm. We'll save that. That is on. Can we add more? Add. Oh, we can't add multiples. Oh, I was really hoping we could add multiple timers, because it'd be cool to be able to run it for an hour, let it shut off for a half hour or another hour. Huh. All right. Only one timer. It also has, for those of you that have elevation, you can adjust for high altitude. You click that. And what is mode change? I have no idea with that, so we won't play with that, because we got one more minute to see if this thing shuts down. My phone up right there. We got 203 degrees coming out of there, and look at that. It is 11:10 and it is shutting itself down. That is pretty cool. We're going to try an on timer. That's what we're going to do. Let's see if we can turn this bad boy on. You do have to give it time to shut down. Blower will kick on again, just to cool off the internals. So while it's doing that, like I said, comes with this hose. It can be stressed, and ooh, it's a little toasty. But this is never going to reach a rooftop tent, or I don't even know if I'd want to put this into a ground tent, because that's pretty short. So you can pick up a 3-inch hose. Some people do 4-inch, but it is just like a regular dryer hose. And we have a 13-footer, because this will be sitting on a tire stand or a little table off the ground, and this will run all the way up to my rooftop tent. Another cool thing to grab off of Amazon is these quick connect clamps, because you wouldn't want to put this away sitting the way it is, unless this is the only thing you're taking camping. But these little quick connects attach on really quick to set up and tear down. And this thing is still cooling down. So I would make sure you shut this down as soon as you wake up, because getting dressed in a rooftop tent, that's a workout in its own. So by the time you get dressed, get out, brush your teeth, this should be cool enough to pack up and put away. So some other cool stuff that you can add, so this isn't sitting on the ground, because it's not recommended to sit this on the ground, even though the exhaust is a little higher. But if any leaves or anything get under there, it's pretty hot. This is an aluminum table that I picked up. It is perfect size for any of the diesel heaters. And it pretty small. So it's up off the ground, works perfect. And then for this style diesel heater, since it is a like size of a PC, I'm going to mount this to a tire step. If you're not familiar with a tire step, this is a tire step. Folds out like that, and I'm going to mount this, the diesel heater, right on top of this. And then it folds out like so. And this will hang over a 37-inch tire. My tires on my Gladiator are 37 by 12.5. This fits right over, and this sits on this perfectly. So, some cool little gadgets. I think I paid like $22 for the table. These range anywhere from $49 to $100 depending on which company you go to, but you can get all this stuff on Amazon. So just for reference for the two, this is my other diesel heater. It is it's Chinese. Likaci. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, but I picked this up on Amazon for 89 bucks. This is one of the ones that's all screwed together. It's pretty big. I did heat tape the exhaust. But one of the things I wanted to show you, because I already mentioned that this thing will get my tent up to like 88 degrees, is the differences in the remote. This one has Bluetooth, which is great. The cheap one, no. But in a dark tent, that is terrible to figure out unless you memorize where the buttons are. But if it's hanging, I usually have this hanging up off of one of the zippers. It's not that fun to play around with. The H calorie, so totally old man friendly. And I'm saying old man friendly because see, you can see my hands shaking like Don Knotts. But that is so easy compared to that. Pretty cool. I'm going to let this cool down, so I will see you in a minute, and we're going to test the timer to turn it on. All right, so it is 11:16, and I have the timer set for 11:17. Let's see if this thing will kick on. It did it. Did it quicker than I could put the phone down. And with this thing at full power, we are using about 37 watts. I will go ahead and turn it down to low. Hello, come on. And I don't know if you guys can hear the fuel pump in my mic, but it's not that annoying. All right, so not bad. On the lowest setting, it's fluctuating between 9 and 11 watts. And this is a 500 watt power supply made by WattFun, and it is working just fine. This is an 8 kilowatt diesel heater, and it's working just great. So there's only one timer. What a little bit of a disappointment. So we'll see how that works. I was hoping that you could set up multiple timers, because once you fire it off at 10 o'clock and or 9 o'clock at night, whatever you prefer, get your tent heated up, you don't want this thing to just keep going because it's just not going to stop. It's going to keep heating. I've never tested a diesel heater on low and just let it run all night, but I was thinking for fuel efficiency, kind of let it run every hour for a half hour and cycle through. So this is the H-Calorie diesel heater. It is the L1 series, and it's not that bad of a price. You can pick it up on Amazon, or you can go to the H-Calorie site and grab it. And make sure to use my link down in the comments. I think I have a code. I may have a code to get you some discount. I'll have to look into that. I'll put the code in the comments too. I will put the code down in the description also. Thanks everybody. My name's Shannon. This is Warthog Overland.